Funny story, I was looking at comments and someone asked me to do part 2. I was going to do part 2 no matter what. I was thinking about Shadow Dragon or Tremors. Those were my two ideas, but I guess someone wanted Shadow Dragons anyway, so oh well. Hello everyone, I am Wolfblood, and welcome to part 2 with Deku was a Shadow Dragon. I need to remember something. I'll be right back. Okay, I remember now where I last left off. It was this Deku has one for all and time for the entrance exam. And we all know Deku made it, but what happens with the 0 pointer? And what happened during the ex- um what happened during the explanation of it? And what happened during when Deku was walking in? Deku does trip. He trips hard. And I want to say Uraraka catches him. Deku says, thank you. Oh dear God, that would look bad. And Uraraka says, yeah, tripping on your first day would look bad. Then Bakugo walks by and says, let me guess, you almost tripped again, huh, Izuku? And Deku says, yes I did. And Bakugo says, stupid nerd. Come on, Deku, let me help you out. And I guess I said also thank you for catching my rival's last friend. Hopefully, you might not make it, nerd. Both of you might not make it. And Deku says, be more nicer. Jeez. And Uraraka says, yeah, jeez. And by the way, my name is Uraraka. And Deku says, and starts walking. And he sees Suyu. He says hi to her, nothing really. Then when he sits down, Bakugo starts yelling at him. And Ida says, want you to be quiet. And Deku put his finger up. He says, Bakugo, please. And he knows what's about to happen. So he automatically shuts up. And Deku can somewhat transform his dragon. He doesn't have to do full transformation. Deku just formed his wings and his horns, saying, I wasn't even talking. I figured I'd let you know, but my friend over here, he's more of a jobber, but he wasn't even bugging anyone. But you should really be quiet now. And sits down. And he transforms back. And Ida's like, oh, okay. And sits down in his mind saying, that he's fucking scary. Holy shit. And Deku and President Mike says, huh, that's pretty cool quirk, but anyways, thank you. He explains the odds, including the 0 pointer. Actually, Ida interrupts and Deku says, before you say anything, shh, he's probably going to say it. And President Mike says, thank you. I was so tired of him. And Deku says, yeah, And what should happen next? Mm, no, time for Deku go speak to with two girls. Ida stops him, saying, "Better not say anything to them." And Deku looks over at Ada and says, "One is a very close friend of mine, and the other one's practically taking her own boots. So now let me go comfort them." And Ida is like, I said really stop talking to him. Hopefully he doesn't make it into 1A. That's what he's thinking. Because he kinda has a grudge against Deku right now. Because he was told off twice by him. And Deku, who walks over saying, "Hey Sue, hello Uraka, is that correct?" Uraka says, "Yes, that's correct." And Deku says, "I'm expecting you see you both in 1A, hopefully, or even 1B. That's and she says, hopefully I see you in 1A, and I never got your name, miss." And Faru says her name, saying, "Yeah, I'm hoping to see you all in 1A." And Deku walks off, and President Mike says, "Go." And Deku runs in. I want to say he got a little bit. I want to say he got first place for robot destroying, and first place. Basically, got first place for destroying robots and saving points. And this is about time I introduce how big his dragon form got. Yeah. So, oh, anyways, I'm going to let you know now. I did miss one species of dragon that is going to be same strength as wyverns. That is the Japanese versions of dragons without wings. Basically, the Dragon Ball dragons from Dragon Ball. They're going to be basically on par with wyverns. And you guys don't have to worry about that later. And Deku, who, I'm trying to think. As the Zero part comes out, crushing, just Froppy, yeah. And Deku hears Froppy's screams. He runs over to save her. And since I want to say because he has one for all, he's now a second elemental dragon. See, yeah. So he is not just fire no more, he's also electric. So he hasn't seen his dragon form yet. But to Ida and everyone else that is real quick flashback at Ida's point of view of the wings and horns. It was not just fire, it was electricity going up and through his wings. If you want him gain a more mental power, so let me know. But I want to say, I will tell you the abilities of a multiple elemental dragon. And then the 0 point comes out. Alright, said that when Deku tries to save Uraka, not Uraka, Suyu, my bad. and he and I want to say he Deku had no choice but to turn into his dragon form, and he is thinking he's going plus ultra, but really this is going to be his normal size. He grows to the same size of a zero pointer, and Deku start powering up his attack with this red on his school level. And I want to say a it will be a mix of fire and lightning. Oh, by the way, Deku's lightning is not going to be green, it's actually going to be red. In normal human form, it will be green, but in this form, it's red. And Deku, who climbs up, I'm not climbs up, and everyone sees how tall he is. They're like, holy shit. And I want to say the dragon hero sees this. She goes, no, it's. I thought that was only legends. And Deku, who just makes a giant roar. I want to say this roar was loud enough to break every window in about a mile radius. And Deku shot out his fire slash um fire plus electricity, going basically going through the zero pointer, destroying it automatically. He took out the zero point one single handedly. Oh, excuse me. And Deku shrinks back down. Getting a rebel off of Suyu. He grabs Suyu, takes her to Recovery Girl, and Recovery Girl says, young man, are you alright as well? And Deku says, yes, I'm alright. And All Might goes down. He says, young man, that was incredible. And and Nezu says, comes down as well. He says, there's a fat quirk. Like, that's quite useful, but yet so powerful. And All Might and Nezu says they told even Aizawa was there and he went down. He says, Bert, Aizawa says, let me save this, you two. And they both agree. And Aizawa says, you will be welcome to 1A. And Sui says, wow, Midoriya, you really did impress them. And Deku thanks them. And Aizawa says, I'll be expecting you to be there. And Deku says, oh, you're the 1A teacher? And and um they say Aizawa says yes. Yes, so this will be a interesting abilities. So well, I will have you be ready. Alright. And so after Suyu gets back back from Recovery Girls. And Deku says, good to see you walking again. And so, only thing Suyu had was a sprained leg. But since he is basically a frog, this took a little bit longer for her to heal. And Deku, who says, time to start heading home. And I want to say, hey, and Inko calls Deku saying, uh, Midoriya, Izuku, where are you? And Izuku says, oh, I was waiting for Suyu to, come back from Recovery Girl. And she asks, is Suyu okay? Izuku says, yes. And Deku, um, he, he tells Inko, I have some pretty big news for you, when I get back home. And she says, okay. And I'm trying to think. Sorry, guys. Brain farts. When Deku gets home, he tells his mom, aka Inko, says, Mom, I got into 1A. And she says, really? I'm guessing they told you spot on. And Deku says, yes, not just the principal himself, but also the classroom teacher. And Inko says, that calls for celebration. And I want to say Sasasi is part of his life. I want to say he has been gone for about a year right now. Sorry, I forgot to tell that to you guys. So, Deku calls Sasasi, says, hey dad, I made to UA. Sasasi. Sasasi doesn't pick up. He was in a meeting, and Deku forgot about that. Actually, no, he's sleeping because he's in America. And when the very next day for Sasasi, aka Izuku, is sleeping right now, he wakes up, hears the listens. He sends a message to Deku saying, he says, yes, congratulations, Izuku. I wish I could be there for you. And I'm going to leave it off here. I need to think about what happens in the test. I am sorry, guys, but I'm just not in a big brain. Actually, no, screw it. I'll do it. I do the test for you guys. I do it until maybe 8:30. I record probably until 8:30. Anyways, back to the veil. When the next day, Deku goes to, when he goes to, he waits about a week. I say about 2 weeks later, time for Deku's first day of UA. Please send me enough water. I'm thirsty. Sorry, I was getting very dry mouth. Wow, good sentence. Me? Anyways. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. I'm tired. You know what? Deku, who, when Deku gets there, he knows Aizawa, and he sits down, being cool. I want to say Deku was the first one there, and Deku sits down. Aizawa comes in, sees him. He says, hopefully you're a good student. And Deku says, let me guess, you're going to take a nap. And Aizawa says, correct. And would you please be quiet? I will wake up at the bell. Deku says, okay. So when everyone comes in, Deku is still being quiet, and Uraka thanks him. Not Uraka, I mean Tsuyu thanks him for saving her. Deku um, says, yeah, no problem, but the teacher's sleeping, so, yeah. And, Aizawa does notice he's trying to be quiet as possible when that person asked him. So, yeah. And then Ida comes in with, as you know, Bakugo comes in, put his legs up. I want to say 2-3 minutes later, Ida walks in, starts yelling at him. So, then the bell rings, and Ida's yelling at Bakugo still. And Bakugo, not Bakugo, I mean, Aizawa stands up. He yells at both of them. Won't you two please? Jesus, you're so loud. Fuck, I was trying to get napping. And Ida says, who are you? Where's our teacher? And Deku stands up, puts his hands on Ida. He says, he is our teacher. And Ida automatically got chills when he heard his voice. And Deku sits back down, and I'm trying to think, sadly. I said stop saying sadly. Yeah, and you know what? I'm really trying to think. As always says, thank you, young man, young Midoriya. I say thank you, Midoriya. But you don't have to say that. Also, plus, I know how strong you are, so you don't have to exactly do this test. And Aizawa says, oh, wait, what? Why don't I have to do this test? And Aizawa says, I basically know you basically wipe out the entire class on this test. And you'll be basically my sample student. Is that alright, young man? And Deku says, yes, I'll be fine. And Deku went to go get ready before Aizawa says, go get ready. And Aizawa asks Deku, I mean, Madara, where are you going? I'm going to get ready. And Aizawa says, oh, okay. And Aizawa told everyone else, follow Izuku. And they all say, what about our assembly? Hey, and Aizawa says, don't care. If you want to go to the Super Assembly, then you can leave. And 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 everyone says, okay, and everyone follow Izuku. See, Izuku was already starting to get chains, and I want to say Kirishima knows how much that's what they do for his training. Um, give me a second. Is and Deku says, "Oh, I mostly just lifted weights and did like a 10-kilometer run before I went to go do my other training." And Kirishima says, "Huh, that's pretty cool." Um, so when everyone gets outside, as you know, when Deku, as in when went, "Hey guys, look, someone left us a little hole or surprise." And Deku says, "You better not think about it, you little perv." And he says, "Come on, it will be fun." And Deku simply says, "No, it won't. It will end horribly." And no, yeah, Deku shove him out of the way and start clogging up the hole. And they were about to go outside, he let the girls know. You still get some Mentos parts of that little hole. Alright? And the girl says, thank you. And then when they all get outside, Aizawa says, "Midora, get next to me." And Midora walks next to him and just stands right next to Aizawa. And Aizawa says, Midora here will be my little helper for this test. We'll show you all the basics, and I'll be that. And by the way, if any of you disappoint me, aka fail, I will kick you all out. Except for this young man here. And everyone says, and Izuku says, "Can I make one exception for?" I say, "Maybe two." And Aizawa says, "Okay, fine. Who are they?" He says, Suyu's name and Bakugo's name. Means to be safe. But the rest, I don't really know too well. And everyone went, "Oh shit. Since he doesn't know us so well, that might be a problem." And, you know what? Sorry. I'm tired. You know what? But, as always says, gives Deku the ball, and he says, "Throw this." And Deku says, "With my quirk or without my quirk?" "Right now, without your quirk." And Deku throws it, getting about, no, like, I'm better in feet, so about 10 feet. And Aizawa says, not bad at all." And Deku went to go grab the ball, and Aizawa says, "Get back over here, and this time throw it with your quirk." And Deku says, yes, alright. And Deku got back to the spot and threw it with his quirk. And I want to say Deku got... He actually... I want to say he got Infinity. Because he has a pretty big booth to his quirk with all four. I want to say Deku is able to use about 15%. So yeah. And basically everything went to canon. And Deku, honestly, he, he, and Aizawa says, thank you, Midoriya. You're very much big help. And Deku says, yeah, no problem. And he says, yes, you're right about those are too. I guess they are pretty good. But who should I? But for right now, I'll let you know. I need Mana in my office. And I want to say, Deku says, oh, one more thing before you go. Mana did find this hole in the locker room, the guy's locker room, leading to the female's locker room. But at the same time, he was trying to look for it. I did my best to close it, but I'm thinking I might figure out a way to peek again. And I really do think he's a perfect one to be put out. And Aizawa says, agrees and says, thank you for letting me know about that. But now time for the end of the video. And thank you all for watching. If you like, thank you. If you sub, thank you. If you dislike, tell me the main reason why. Alright, goodbye everyone.